Everyone could ask you anything they wanted, as taboos they wanted, and you had to answer truthfully. What was an example of a question that was posed to you that caused the room to really dislike your answer?
It's going to sound really egotistical.
I'm well aware how egotistical you are.
Everyone there was worried that they weren't smart enough. In that room, before we did the hot seat, everyone's like, hey, how smart is everyone? And everyone just anonymously submitted their SAT scores.
Did they really?
Yeah, everyone just wrote them down, put them up on the wall, and I was about in the middle.
Okay.
But also, before he came up, they were like, hey, who wants to line themselves in a line and rank how smart you all think you are?
Yeah.
And
oh my God.
What everyone felt was, hey, no smart person would actually volunteer for this.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't care how I rank. I just want to know the answer. So I went up with 3 other people out of a room of maybe 20.
Okay.
And then we ranked ourselves, and where that came out doesn't really matter. Might have said a few offensive things when evaluating other people. It's like talking about how popular you were in high school.
I'm cringing just thinking about it.
This is actually an interesting question to know the answer of if you ignore all the social status implications.
Okay.
Which is how I wanted to look at it. I was just genuinely curious.
Yeah.
I'm constantly rating people in my head how smart they are because I modulate the things I say to how smart people are.
Yep.
And so this is something I just have to constantly pay attention to, which means that in my head, I do have a ranking of how smart I think everyone is.
Yeah.
And it's got nothing to do with social status because I don't think about social status.
Yes.
Those are totally decoupled. But this room, I could tell, had the two together. So it was really hard for them to say that a person they hold in high esteem is dumb.
Right.
And vice versa. The two, and it was hard for them even to say that someone was smart or dumb because that was so tied into social status, which they care about.
Yes.
So in this context, they ask, how smart do you think you are relative to this room? And I said, I'm smarter than all of you.
Just immediately.
And then they go, okay, well, where did you score in the SAT tests? And I said, about the middle.
Yeah.
I gave them the score. It's 15-10. And then they go, wait a minute. This doesn't make any sense. If you got an SAT score in the middle of this room, what makes you think you're smarter than everyone?
Okay.
And what I said is, without missing a beat, because I've talked to you people.
Holy shit. Wow.
Later, when someone came up and they asked, who do you think the most annoying person in the room is?
Yeah.
Everyone laughed because they knew who she was going to point at before she did. That was hot seat.